Alright, so, hello my Serbians, King Cerberus 22 here, and this is going to be a new video on my channel. So, I was recently asked from one of my brothers, King of Bloodshed, to react to his video that he just did, where he was like, where have I been and what's next video that he just did a few hours ago. And and so I'm here to react to that, but first there's some things I want to do myself. I have a lot that I want to get off my chest as well. So firstly, I usually do my shout outs first, so that way I can get those out of the way and then talk a little bit and then end it off like I usually do. So firstly, I want to do my shout outs, and the first one is to King of Bloodshed. Also known as Eddie. He and I go way back. We've known each other since late 2015, early 2016, something like that. And I remember, there's some things I remember that were some of my favorite moments that me and him have ever done. One of my all-time favorite games and stuff I did with him was I actually have it on my channel, was when he and I did Prominence Poker together. When it was me and him, and when it was me, him, and Little Andrew, which I'll get to Little Andrew in a bit. But that was personally one of my all-time favorite streams I've ever done with Eddie, because that was where it was one of those things where, we both knew we wanted to do that game, right? Where it was where, like, we both knew we wanted to do it. And, it was one of those games that we didn't hesitate to play at all. We just wanted to play it, and we had a good time. That was one of my all-time favorite games of his that we've played together. Another one I loved was when we did Star Wars Battlefront 2, because he would always teach me. Him and A-Rod Gamer 99 would be the ones that would always teach me how to do it correctly, because I was out for the longest time. I was a noob, and so they taught me a lot. And then he mentioned the video that he did on his channel a while back when we did Golf with Friends, when me and him played Golf with Friends. And honestly, that stream was one of my all-time favorites. Right now, hold on a second, guys. But no, I was saying was, sorry, I was sending somebody a message, but I was saying was the Golf with Friends stream I did with him and I, and his funny moments, one of Golf with Friends with me and him. Man, let me tell you, that video, I'll be honest, I'm a very weird person. I'm not a comedian. I'm like a random person that's like, I'm funny randomly, right? I'm not funny like all the time, like a comedian, right? So, that was personally one of my favorite moments, right? And one of my personal favorite streams I've ever done, because I felt like I could be myself, where it was like, okay, I could be the King Cerberus, and all that I was known to be. And man, it was just like that Golf with Friends. What's up, King of Bloodshed? But if you want to react to this, King of Bloodshed, you're more welcome to. But I just want to say to you, King of Bloodshed, because I know you're watching right now. In case you guys don't know, this guy I can't even put to words how amazing this guy is. Like, King of Bloodshed's been there for me when nobody else was. Let me tell you a little interesting thing that happened at one time. I remember I had a massive meltdown. Uh, it was something that happened in my personal life, and um, I remember I had a massive meltdown. It was something that happened with my stepdad at the time, and I was going through a really bad time with abuse at that time from him and from my stepfather. And I remember I bawled my eyes out to Eddie, to King of Bloodshed, and he was there for me, and when nobody else was, and that was something I would never forget. Like, that really hit me hard because, you know, he knew how I was. I was the kind of guy who would, you know, kill myself for people I cared about. I was the guy who would always, you know, I was always the guy with a heart of gold. And like, I would always do anything for anybody. I would take my shirt off my back for anybody. And I didn't care what would happen to me. That's how I was. That's how I was raised. And um, and then I got treated like crap for it, you know. And and Eddie has saved my life multiple times. I don't know if he's ever told you that, but yes, he has saved my life multiple times. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. If it wasn't for him and a few other people, which I'll get to in a minute, um, he was one of the few people who has saved my life. And when I was in a mental ward for 3 days, he actually was one of the few people who actually came and checked up on me. And because I have a lot of mental health issues as well. And I'll just say this, like, when he says that we are family, we're family, okay? Like, I know I talk a lot. I know I piss people off. I know I push people's buttons. I know I do all this stuff to piss people off. I don't intentionally do that. I do it because of years and years of hatred and rage built up from all my life being abused and never really having anybody I can turn to be there and who had my back through it all. I was always known to fight my own battles. I never really wanted people to feel sympathy or pity for me because I always felt like I deserved it for years. Yeah. It's mainly the games that gets us pissed. Yeah, exactly, King of Bloodshed. But, you know, I when I say this, I mean this with all due respect. And Eddie and I have had our differences. It's why I don't play as much anymore. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Um, I completely understand it, King of Bloodshed. I get it. Trust me. Um, but this guy, he's phenomenal. Like, the guy has done things for me that you couldn't even imagine. Okay, I'll be honest. Like, when he says this thing, when I say these things, I mean them. Yeah, we've had our differences, we've had our arguments, we've had our disagreements, but at the end of the day, and he could tell you, I'm not good with my emotions. I'm horrible with that. I'm bad at expressing myself. But when I say this, I truly mean it. Eddie's always going to be my family, no matter what. He's done things for me that probably nobody else has ever done. And I know if I'm going to cry, I apologize. I don't mean to, but it's just like, this guy, man, has done so much for me, and you know, I don't get to say it to him very often, but I do love him. I love him to death. He's my own family, and you know, he is family to me. And you know, I know I don't say it all the time. I know I don't, and I'm sorry about that. But King of Bloodshed, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. I can never repay you for what you've done for me. I, even though I feel like deep down inside I don't deserve it, but I will always be grateful. I will always be grateful for the things you've done for me. And whether I say it or not, I will always be grateful. And I will do everything I can to come up to Maine and come and see you someday. That's something I still want to do. And in case you guys don't know, Andrew wanted a while back, wanted me, him, and Eddie to get a place of our own, or King of Bloodshed to get a place of our own and have us live in our own house, right? Eventually. And that would be something I would love to do. I would love to get my own place with them and have it be like what we like to call the brothers' house, or like the house of the brothers, you know. And you know, I would love to get to do something like that. That would be, honestly, that would be one of the greatest moments of my life. And yeah, so Eddie, I just want to say to you, and I know if you're not watching, I know you're going to watch this and you're probably going to react to this. Anyway, I just want to say this to you. I love you to death. I love you more than you ever would know. I love you, my brother. I always will, no matter what. And I know I haven't been the best person to you over the years, and I'm sorry about that. In case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there are times when I've had my outbursts and my meltdowns and stuff like that, and I've said things to Eddie that he shouldn't have never forgiven me for. And things I've regretted, things that I've done that I will never forgive myself for. But he, you know, he was always the guy who would understand what I went through every day and what I go through, and he always gave me a chance to, you know, make things right, and I have. And I just want to say to you, King of Bloodshed, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. With every breath left in my body, I just want to say thank you. I mean it. I don't mean to cry, I'm sorry, but I just want you guys to understand how important King of Bloodshed is to me. Like, the guy has saved my life twice from nearly committing suicide, and he's just been there for me, and I can never repay him for that. So, King of Bloodshed, I appreciate that you consider me and Mom as family. Me and my mom as family, because we've always considered you family. We've always considered you as, my mom has always called you her adopted son. You know, her, you know, the son she always wished she had, you know. And don't get me wrong, you know, she loves the fact that, you know, I'm her son, but she just wishes that she also had a son like you too. You know, somebody who could be an inspiration to me, somebody I could look up to, I never had that. And I guess that's kind of why, like, I cherish all the moments I have with all my brothers, like Eddie and Andrew and all them, because I never really had that growing up. I never really knew what it was like to have family. And they've given me that chance. And I just want to say to you, King of Bloodshed, just thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you with every breath left I have in my body. And just thank you. I'm doing everything I can to get me and my mom out of here, but I can only do so much, you know? And, you know, if you ever need somebody to talk to, you know, I'm just one message away. I'm just one phone call away, you know? And I would love that, hopefully, that someday, hopefully this year or next year, I would love to come up to Maine and come see you. That's still something I want to do on my bucket list. But yeah, go give him some love on his channel. You know, he deserves it. He's such a great human being. I respect him. And it's very hard to earn my respect, and I respect him more than a lot of other people. So I'm proud of him for what he's doing for him getting in shape and everything. And I'm trying to do the same thing. It's just not easy, you know, but I'm trying. But I want to say to you, Eddie, just thank you so much. I know I've said that like 3 times already, but I just can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. And even though I never felt like I deserved it, I wanted to say thank you. It means the world to me. I will be grateful to the day I die. And I could never repay you for what you've done for me. So thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you in person. And hell, maybe when we come down, maybe we can go, you know, and do bowling, and you know, go see a baseball game, and you know, some other stuff, you know, and enjoy some good music. You know, but yeah, I just want to say I love you so much, Eddie. I love you like me and my own brother. And because you are my brother, and I wouldn't want any other way. So thank you. And I love you to death. Don't ever forget that. Please don't ever forget that. The next one I want to talk about is Andrew 16. You know, I knew him since high school, so I knew him about 2013-ish, 2014-ish, somewhere around there. And, you know, he and I had a lot in common, but we would always argue with each other because we always had a lot of differences. But then, you know, we always had a lot of differences, but we always seemed to make it to overcome those. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, the greatest memory I have with Andrew Eppa was one night when I wrestled in high school. He came and see me wrestle for the first time in high school, and you know, that really made me feel good because, you know, I needed a lot of I didn't really need all that support because I just loved wrestling for years because that's what, you know, made me happy. And like getting to see Andrew in those stands watching me wrestle was just like one of the greatest moments of my life in my high school career. And it just, that was one of the few times I actually broke in tears in, you know, in that school gymnasium because I didn't think he was going to show up. And that really made me feel good. And getting to do that in front of him was something I will never forget. I still haven't forgotten. And it was one of my favorite memories of all time. And another thing I loved that we did was he was actually over for my birthday one year, and he spent my whole birthday with me. And we sat down, we watched movies, we played games together, and you know, stuff like that. And that was still some of my favorite moments because it was like he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to take time out of his day to come and see me on my birthday. He didn't have to do that. I don't force him to do that, but he did. And to me that just meant a lot because that's what true friends and that's what brothers do, you know? You know, and I know he's probably going to watch this. So, Deadly Scorpions, Andrew up at 16. I can't wait till I get the chance to hang out with you again. I can't wait to go up to Maine with you and Eddie, eventually get our own place, and be brothers once, for the rest of our lives until we perish, until, we die. And, that's all I ever want. That's all I've ever wanted. And, and I just want to say thank you for everything, Andrew, because, you and King of Bloodshed have impacted my life more than you have imagined, more than you could ever imagine. And I just want to say to both of you guys, thank you so much. I could never repay you for what you guys have done for me. And I can't wait to get a place with you guys in the future. I look forward to it. That is one of the things I want to cross off of my list, of things I want to do before I die. But anyway, Deadly Scorpion / Andrew Eppa 16. Just thank you. I love you so much, my brother, and I hope you're doing well. And I can't wait to see you again, and I can't wait to go up with me and you and Eddie, to go and hang out, and then to get a place of our own. I can't wait for that. So I hope you're doing well. And if you have watched this, just thank you. From the bottom of my heart, just thank you. And then the next one is Sky. Now Sky changes his name constantly, so I don't know what to use for him. What I could call him, so I'll just call him Sky. He and I, when I first met Sky, I couldn't stand Sky, and I've told him that to his face. I couldn't stand him, and I don't know if it was just because of I thought he had a massive ego back then, or what it was. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember, but I don't know if it was just because of how I was, or because of what was going on. I don't know, but I just remember that he and I did not get along right away, and it took us several years for us to get along, and and yeah, I've done things to him I regret, but he's done things to me that he regrets, and this guy is one of those people who would, even though I will admit I get on his nerves and he gets on my nerves, you know, he's still one of those guys who's just one of those people who would, you know, how can I say it? I'm trying to think of the right wording. He's one of those people that would, how can I say it? I can't find the words. I know what I want to say, but the words are just not coming out. I have that problem. You know, and he was one of the few people who's also helped me out through everything I was going through. And my favorite game I did with Sky was when me and him and United We Improve played Uno, and that was one of my favorite moments I had with Sky because that set that because we were pissing each other off. We were making each other laugh. We were doing stupid crap, and it was just, that's just was us. That's just who we were, and you know, and it just fit so well, and um, it was it was awesome. Like, it was just phenomenal, honestly, and uh, the guy's just he's good at what he's good, man. Like, he deserves it. Go give uh, this guy's channel some love. Like I said, I don't know the name of his channel. He could have changed it, so I don't know. Um, give Deadly Scorpion some love on his channel. I didn't get to say this for him, but my favorite stream I did with Andrew was when we did Friday 13th. That was my favorite ones with him. Uh, but with Sky, like I said, my favorite with him was always the Uno games, the Uno streams. Those were just always my favorite because it fit really well, and and we would piss each other off, and it was just it was just fun, and I had I always had a good time. So Sky, just thank you. Um, there's just so much to say, but I couldn't put it on this video, so I'm just gonna try and do another video, hopefully in the next week or so, and say more. Because there's more I could say about everybody, but there's just too much to say. So, um, and then so Sky, just thank you, and I look forward to coming back and playing with all you guys when I come back. And yes, I will be back. I don't know when, because like I said, I have to find out what's going on. Um, but I will be back streaming games again, and I'll be doing stuff like this. I might have other stuff as well, but the main stuff is mainly going to be gaming stuff with them and a few other people, and then a few little ones like these. But yeah, Sky, just thank you so much, um, and thank you for everything. I really means a lot to me. Now the next one is A Rod Gamer 99, and I'll be honest with you, he and I never really, for the longest time, he and I didn't really get along. I don't know if it was just because we were just two different, very different people, and like I was a lot more, how can I say it, naive, but I was also a lot more rambunctious. Like, I was kind of more of like the hyperactive one, I guess, while Adam was kind of more like the laid back, chilled kind of person, and like that wasn't a bad thing. I mean, it was just me. I was a lot more hyperactive back then when I first met him. I met him back in 2017, 2018. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think it was the latest was 2016. I think was when I met him. It was around 2016 and 2018. I know it was around that time era. It was around the same time I met Sky too, and I remember my favorite stream I ever did with Adam, and this is the one I will say till the day I die, was our very last WWE 2K19 stream that me and him ever did together. Because that stream, man, it was something. Like, that stream, we had so much fun, and you know that stream was just one of my personal favorite streams he and I have ever done. Like, another stream I loved was when we did Monopoly. I loved the Monopoly streams that me and him did, as well as, and I don't know if you guys know this too, but I loved when we did the Star Wars Battlefront 2 streams together. So those are my personal favorites that me and Adam did. And like I said, to you, Adam, I know you and I piss each other off sometimes. I know we get on each other's nerves. But I just want to say to you, thank you. You've helped me out a lot too, so just thank you. And uh, till next time, I'll see you next time. I don't know when that will be, but the next time we play together, I look forward to it. I'll say it that way. Then comes little Andrew, also known as Daisuke. Um, he and I haven't really played a lot of games together, but my favorite one that me and him played, if I had to pick, would be probably Dead by Daylight. And it would either be that one or it would be another one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I loved when me, him, and Eddie played when King of Bloodshed would always play Borderlands, because even though I had no idea what I was doing, I was still having fun because I always enjoyed learning, and that was personally one of my favorite games that me and him and King of Bloodshed always play together. It's like a trio, and unfortunately we never got to stream them, but I mean, those were just great times, and I enjoyed those games, playing Borderlands with them, and that was just it was a fun time, and I just want to say to you, little Andrew, I know we've had our differences. There's times when we've wanted to kill each other, trust me, but we still managed to make things right. I took things too far at one time with me and him because I was in a very, very bad state of mind. I was in a very bad situation, and I took it out on him. And I apologized for what I did to him and to everybody else, and for a while I was pissed off at myself about it, but then I learned that everything was okay, and we are on good terms now. But it's just, I just want to say to you, little Andrew, I can't wait till we play together with you again. I look forward to it, and I will see you in the next video with you and I, and just thank you for all the fun times. The next one I want to give shout outs to, it's gonna be two of them, but in one of them at the same time. Oh no, I said my favorite stream with you, King of Bloodshed. There was a few of them I loved, but I always said my favorite one was when we did Prominence Poker. When you and I did Prominence Poker with you and me, and me and Daisuke, that was probably my favorite, because it was like we got to be ourselves, like you got to be King of Bloodshed, I got to be King Cerberus, and little Andrew got to be Daisuke. Like we could be who we were, we could be ourselves, and it was like, Prominence Poker always brought out the best in us. Like every time we did a Prominence Poker, stream or what have you, we would always be happy, we would always, want to do something else together. And I missed that because that's what Prominence Poker did for us. And it was like Prominence Poker always brought out the best in us. We were never very competitive, but we always were it brought us closer, is kind of a way of saying what I'm trying to say. And Prominence Poker was always one of my personal favorites that you and I played. I also loved when we did the Golf of Friends ones, because we were both hilarious, and we had good laughs. I also loved when we played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. That was another one I loved too. But my all-time favorite would be the Prominence Poker, because that would always bring out the best in us, and that would always want us to play more and more and more, and that's what we enjoyed. And so yeah, that was my personal favorite stream that we ever did together, King of Bloodshed. But I love mainly all the streams that we've done. But if I had to pick a favorite, that one would probably be my favorite. But as I was saying, the next people I want to give a shout out to, and I'm going to do two people instead of one on this go around, because to make it quicker and a lot better, would be Shining Fireheart and Hail the King 13. Now, I've known Shining Fireheart since high school, and he and I have known each other since, I think I think I was a sophomore. I was either a freshman or sophomore when I met him in high school, and for a while, you know, I'll be honest, I thought he was a bit weird. He thought I was a bit weird at first. We didn't. It's not that we didn't like each other. We just thought we were weird, like the both of us were very weird. Like, you know, it didn't seem like people like us would get along, right? And then we sat down and talked, and became good friends. And my favorite stream I ever did with Shining Fireheart and Hail the King was COD Black Ops was COD World War II. That was always my favorite because, you know, we in case you don't know, Steve Shining Fireheart and I loved doing Pop Hunt. So it was like, you know, doing Pop Hunt on the COD games was always fun to us. And, you know, that was something we always enjoyed. And the COD World War II videos were always my personal favorites that I did with them. My favorite personal stream I did with Shining Fireheart by ourselves was Titanfall 2. Those were just great streams. But with Hail the King 13, I would like to come play with you again when I return. You were always a cool guy to play with. You know, yeah. I mean, I will admit you're a bit full of yourself at times. You know, I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just being honest. Like sometimes you were just a little overconfident, especially when we played Predator Hunting Grounds. But you know, I mean, that's just kind of how you were, and you know, and I respect you for that. So I mean, that's just how you were, and you know, what have you. And Predator Hunting Grounds was one of my all time favorite streams I ever did with them. And but with Shining Fireheart, man, it's just like I know with Steven, it was always like, you know, he would play anything with me. Like he would play anything, and you know, that's what I loved about playing with him. He would play anything, and just like everybody else I've mentioned. But you know, he would always do things differently. Like he didn't want to take things easy way. He always liked a challenge, you know, and that's kind of how I was. And I guess when we played together like that, it was always fun because we would always not really try to one up each other, but we would always kind of like have fun, but kind of play our own way, you know. And we always never really, um, you know, we never really kind of did anything equally. Like we always did like our own thing, you know, and that's kind of what made us unique in so many ways, you know, when we streamed together. And you know, I missed playing with him. It was just fun, you know. I enjoyed playing with those two guys. So Shining Fireheart and Hail the King, if you guys get to watch this, I can't wait till we play together again. I look forward to it. It's excuse me. And just thank you guys. And to you, Stephen, yourself, just thank you for being a friend of mine in all these years, from high school to now. And I can never repay you for that, so thank you. And I can't wait to play with you guys again. There's one other person I want to give a shout out to, and then I want to get to a few little odds and ends, and I'm going to end it. The next one I want to give a shout out to is Avenged, also known as Ray. And King of Bloodshed and I know him very, very well. King of Bloodshed and I did, and a few other people played GTA with him in the past. And that was one of our personal favorite streams overall because it was always like, you know, we always did so much together in that GTA stream. And it was, you know, where we were always challenging each other. We would always, you know, testing each other, you know, in those kind of different game modes. We would do like Deadline, and, you know, all those other game modes. And it was just some of the most fun ever because, you know, it was one of those things where we always got the chance to, you know, do our own thing and be who we were, you know, and just had a damn good time doing it. And my, like I said, my favorite favorite stuff I did with Avenged was Friday 13th. Because he and I streamed Friday the 13th, I think, like 2 or 3 times. And that was just personally my favorite stuff, my favorite streams I ever did with him. And, the GTA one with everybody, that was one of my all-time personal favorites too. But the one I did personally, just me and him, was always Friday the 13th. That one was always my favorite. And, you know, and I can't wait till I get to play with him again because he was always a fun person to play with. He was just Ray, and he's been one of my best friends since high school, and he's been by my side through so much, and he and I have been best friends for, let me think, it's 2022 now, so we've been best friends for almost a decade, and 2013 was when we first became friends, and I think it was April of 2013, so it would be April of next year would be a decade, and I just can't believe it's been that long, and just like I said, so Ray, if you do get the chance to watch this someday, just know I love you, my brother. You are my best friend, and I can't wait to play with you again. I look forward to it. Um, and it would be my honor to come and play with all of you guys again. And to everybody I've shouted out with on this channel, I can't wait to play with all you guys again. I've always had good time playing with you guys, and it's always been a pleasure and an honor to play with every single one of you guys. And I can't wait till I get that chance again. And just thank you guys for everything you've done for me. And just thank you so much. And like King of Bloodshed, and I'm going to get to this few little things and then I'm going to end my video. But King of Bloodshed said in his video that he, he shouted me out on his channel and stuff like that. And, I know I've already given King of Bloodshed a shout out, but I just wanted to say this because, this one really made me feel good, and it really meant a lot to me. He said that, even though he forgot to mention that, me and him and Andrew were going to get a place together. He did forget to mention that, but that's okay. I'm not mad about it, but, hey, I forget things all the time, so, but something I loved that he said was that I always had a heart of gold, that I would, sacrifice myself for people I gave a damn about, and that I was always the kind of person that would always, be there for him when he needed him, when he needed somebody, and he's right. I was always that person to be there for anybody I cared about, even if it was my own worst enemy. Like, I would be there for that person, and that's just how I always was. That's all I ever knew, and and it just meant a lot to me, and so what's next for me? What's next is this. My plan is to come back to streaming in the next few months. That's my plan. My plan, it could be, like I said, it could be a few weeks from now, it could be a few months from now. It just all depends on when I get this situated, but because I have a lot going on right now. But my plan is to come back to streaming and playing with everybody again in the next few weeks to the next few months, around that. And I wouldn't say the next few weeks. I want to say the next few months, because that gives me time to figure out everything and gives me time to figure out what's going on overall, and And so I told you guys when I found out I was going to keep you posted and let you know, and I'm going to do that still. But I just want to say I hope it's going to be sooner than later, because I miss streaming for you guys. I miss it so much. It's something that brought me joy, and I can't wait till I come back and do it with you guys again. I miss it so much. Now, what is my plans for when I come back with my solo streams? So I'm thinking about when I come back, I'm thinking about doing Agony, Nerved, Bear With Me. I might do MLB 21. I have to get MLB 22 as well, and I'll probably stream that as well. But another game I want to stream because I want to see how well it does on my channel. And I'll be honest with you, I've never liked the games, but I want to try it out at least once on my channel to see how I feel about it. I want to do at least a little bit of FIFA. I'll be honest, do I like FIFA? No. But I'm willing to give it a try, because I promised King of Bloodshed I would play NFL with him. I would play Madden with him. And I'm a man of my word, and I was never a big football guy. I was never a big Madden guy, but I made a promise to him, and I'm going to keep to my word. So I want to try FIFA, as well. So just like, I was never a big UFC person. Like, I respect UFC. I would watch it on TV or anything, but I just never really could get into the games. Like, I just never enjoyed them. Like, I had to force myself to enjoy it, But I would play it every once in a while, like once in a while, like once every several months or something. That's how often I would play it. I never really liked the games of UFC, but I could watch it on TV and just enjoy it. But it's just playing the game of it, I just didn't really enjoy it, but I'd play it every once in a while. But I want to try to do a FIFA, even like I said, even though I don't like FIFA, but I would do that just to see how I feel, if I would enjoy it and how it does and everything. So anyway, sorry I was rambling on there, but anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to leave it off at that. To King of Bloodshed and to everybody else I've mentioned in this video, just thank you guys so much. Like I said, there's so much more I would love to say, but I just can't say it all in this one video, because I've got some things I got to do, and not only that, but also there's some things that are better left said for another time. And they're all good things. They're all good things, so don't worry about that. But, King of Bloodshed, if you want to react to this, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to. I'll watch it. So anyway, guys, give everybody I've shouted out to on this channel some love on their channels. Give them a like on their videos. They deserve it. They're good people. It was just, they're good people. I definitely recommend watching their stuff. They are phenomenal, Give them like, comment, subscribe on the channel, please. It will mean the world to me. I'll give you a shout out. I do that for everybody, and I'll try to do some more of these daily. I can't promise anything because I'm a busy person. I have a lot going on right now, but I'll try my hardest to make this more daily than I can. So I'll try my best. I can't promise anything, but I will try. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I'm going to emphasize this. King of Bloodshed, if you want to react to this, you're more than welcome to. You can. I'm not forcing you to. I'm just saying, if you do, I would love to watch it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, everybody who's been a big part of my life. I love you all. I can't wait till I come back to PlayStation and play with all you guys again. And just thank you for being good human beings and great people. And I can never repay all of you guys for everything you've done for me. And I'll have collaborations coming out with them too, but I just haven't figured all of that stuff out yet. We'll get to that when we get to it. So, anyway, again, I love all you guys. I love everybody I've shouted out on this channel, on the stream, on this video. And you guys have the best day ever. You guys have a great day. And I will see you guys soon with the next video. See ya.